Welcome to the Business Transition Summit podcast, where we deep dive into the stories and strategies of the renowned speakers that'll be featured at the upcoming Business Transition Summit. We'll be investigating how you can be part of the 17% of business owners who successfully navigate their path to that dream exit. So get ready to be inspired, informed, and equipped as we kick off this transformative journey, and be sure to attend the Business Transition Summit for exponentially more information. It's time for you to join the 17% Club and make your dream exit a reality. Hi everyone, I'm Tom Bronson, CEO and founder of Business Transition Summit, and I'm part of the 17% Club myself, and happy to be joined today by someone else who is also a part of the 17% Club, Justin Goodbread, who has been the president of WealthSource and author of one of my favorite books on thinking about your business, Your Baby's Ugly. Hey Justin, how are you today?
Buddy, I'm blessed beyond measure. Thanks for having me, Tom.
You know what? You've been on our other podcast, the Maximize Business Value podcast. I know that our listeners are in for a fun ride today. So thanks for joining us, and I am really excited to have you as one of our keynotes. In fact, the final keynote at the Business Transition Summit. So, Justin, we know each other already, but why don't you just tell the audience a little bit about yourself?
Sure thing. So first of all, I'm a little bit of a country boy, born and raised in the Southeast United States. Some 30 years ago, I started my first business. And since that date, I have exited 7 businesses between the range of 5 figures to 9 figures. I am currently an advisor with a senior vice president with our company, the one we just exited. But my passion is Financially Simple. Financially Simple is my education platform. And what we do is we teach business owners how not to be part of the 17%. And we take real stories from those of us who've gone through this journey, as well as those who aspire to go through the journey. We learn from each other, we lean into the wind, and we will accomplish our aspirations. We will accomplish our goals.
That is awesome. Now, as you already know, because we've already been talking about the summit, and this is our 5th podcast, and we've already talked to some of the other speakers. Everybody associated with the Business Transition Summit has a passion for helping business owners. I know you do as well. Why are you getting involved in this effort?
17% is a big number, man. There was quoted in one of the previous elections, there's 30 million business owners, which run the backbone of our country. And think about the number of house payments these folks help pay, the number of car payments, tuitions. I mean, the business owners, to me, are the backbone of our society. And we, myself included, have often been overlooked. We have people try to sell us anything and everything, right? Because we have cash flow and things of that nature. But often they forget that, hey, we're folks, we're people, we're humans who face struggles. You and I were just talking off air about some of the things that we've gone through in our own careers. I'll just say no one understands a business owner like another business owner. And there's no one who can encourage us to help us reach our aspirations like somebody who has been there before. Tom, one of the things you know this about me. One of the things I love to do is I love to go to the Rocky Mountains every year. Love to spend about a week to 10 days in the Rocky Mountains with my backpack. And the first time I went out there, we had a guide, and the guide knew exactly how to navigate the treacherous mountain range in order to get us where we needed to be. Without that guide, I would have gone aimlessly through the mountains. I could have ended up hurting myself because of the sheer cliffs that we encountered, things of that nature. So for us as business owners, for me, the reason why I want to be a part of this summit is because there are some of us who've already gone through this. We know the terrain. We know the pitfalls. We know the cautionary things. We see it, maybe not in our own lives, but those of us who coach hundreds of business owners through our career, we see other people's experiences. And it's been said, somebody else's experience is often the better teacher. We don't have to go through the own experience ourselves. So that's why I'm excited to be a part of the summit coming up, brother.
Well, that's, I think you said it a mouthful there. Eleanor Roosevelt said, I can't make all the mistakes myself. That's why I must learn from others, right? And so this is an opportunity to do that. Listen, from your perspective, because you've been working with business owners for a long time, you've been a business owner yourself, 7 exits. I didn't realize it'd been that many. That's awesome. But from your perspective and experience, what are some of kind of the universal challenges that business owners often face when it comes to planning for their business transition?
Yeah, I think there's three primary that I see consistently throughout every business owner. Number one is they don't know how much money they truly need after the exit. You know, many of us live vicariously through our businesses. We take vacations on our business. We pay our kids through our businesses. We pay our cell phones, our cars, and the list goes on and on. And so whenever we are no longer have the cash machine at our beck and call, we can go out through our creativity and produce another dollar. And now we're maybe switching to another business or retiring or doing something different. We often don't realize how much money we need in order to live the lifestyle that we have now grown accustomed to. So that, to me, is number one. Number two is that we overvalue our company, which is why I call my book Your Baby's Ugly. All of us see, we look at our company, and it's been psychologically proven that we look at it almost like a child. And how dare you tell me my company's not worth what I think it's worth? You don't know what I've gone through. You don't know what we are doing. You don't know what the horizon is. And so a second thing that we often flounder on is we really don't know the true value of our company through that of a buyer. We know it through our lens. And I think for many of us, the third thing that I often see is that, you know, we'll exit our company one time in our career, maybe two. I think I'm a little bit of an odd duck, which is nothing normal for me. You might be as well, because you and I have had multiple exits. But for many people, for many business owners, they are going to go through this exit one time. And just like that mountaintop experience in the Rockies, they don't know the pitfalls. They don't know that the dangers along the way. And through ignorance or naivety, we can end up losing the very thing, the business, and I've seen it, we can end up losing the very thing that we've invested our heart, soul, and blood and tears into for decades, perhaps, if we don't know how to navigate this journey. And so for me, those three things, and there's many more that we could point to, but what I consistently see, those three things seem to pop up over and over, that business owners have got to lean into a good coach, got to lean into somebody, a good Sherpa, a good guide like I do when I go to the mountains, to help them accomplish this particular task.
That is awesome. You know, that those, if the folks that come to your keynote get nothing more than those 3 points, then it was well worth the day invested to learn those things. That number two, that understanding the value of your business, man, that is a hard one, because most business owners look at it look at it from the insider perspective. They know how hard they worked. But let me tell you something. Nobody cares. Nobody cares how hard you work to get there. Nobody cares how many nights you stayed up late and worried about making payroll and all that. They want to buy a well-run business, and it's going to be valued the way a buyer values a business. And so I love that number two. Get outside of your business and think about it from a buyer perspective. I just think that is fantastic advice. So tell us a little bit. I know you're going to probably talk about those things, but maybe a little bit more about what you're going to be talking about at the summit and why it's important for business owners to pay attention.
You know, my number one Wall Street Journal bestseller, Your Baby's Ugly, we deal with many, many different concepts, right? We're going to hit those 8 key areas of business, and we're going to talk about the pitfalls that each of us as business owners often overlook. And what's interesting is no matter who's going to be there, no matter what business you're in, no matter what your life experiences are, there's one of those key areas that you're weaker in than in others. And what we're going to look at is using case studies. We're going to talk about how business owners took this information, how they applied it, some ideas around each of those 8 areas, and what the impact was for several case studies that we're going to bring to the stage. It should be fun. It should be entertaining. You're going to have a lot of stories, because that's who I am, and we may talk about some country stuff along the way.
Well, you'll definitely keep my attention talking about I'm a dumb old country boy from North Carolina. You know that. So there might be some folks who are listening today who are on the fence and who are unsure whether they should invest the time and the resource to attend the Business Transition Summit. What would you say to those people right now?
You know, the summit's purpose is all about preparing business owners to achieve to achieve their dream, their aspiration, their exit, for hopefully the maximum value. I mean, we've invested time, blood, sweat, and tears in our business and impacted so many lives, but many times we forget about ourselves. The way I look at a summit, any type of education I've invested in, is tuition. We need one nugget. We need one nugget, friends. You need one statement, and it may not come from a speaker. It may come from just in the hallways collaborating with other business owners. But if you have that one nugget, it could easily, and it has been in my life, it could easily save you time and money in the future for a little bit of time and monetary commitment that's being asked of us. So to me, we're looking for that one nugget so that we can achieve our aspirations, our dream exit.
And one day of time for the value of that summit. If you get that one nugget, boy, it could be a game changer, can it?
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, you heard it here first, friends. Get your ticket to the Business Transition Summit now at businesstransitionsummit.com and take the necessary steps toward achieving your dream exit. It's time for you to join the 17% Club and make your dream exit a reality. Now, don't miss out on the exclusive opportunity to gain invaluable insights, connect with industry experts, connect with other business owners, and discover the strategies that can transform your business. Tickets are limited, so act fast and reserve your ticket today. Early bird pricing is now through the end of February, so act now. Justin, thank you for joining us today. Great information. Really appreciate you being here.
Looking forward to meeting everybody out at the summit. Tom, you as well. Thank you so much, sir.
Awesome. And thanks to you, the business owners who are listening to this podcast about the Business Transitions Summit. We're glad that you're here, and we hope that you found this entertaining and informative. Don't want to miss any part of the future episodes that are coming. So hit subscribe or like wherever you found this podcast on whatever platform. And while you're there, do us a favor and rate this episode, this podcast, and leave a review, because that always helps us to go out and find and reach other business owners who desperately need to hear this same message. We look forward to sharing more information with you on how to achieve your dream exit. But for now, go and check out the website, businesstransitionsummit.com, and learn more about dream exits. And we look forward to seeing you at the Business Transition Summit on May 7th in Westlake, Texas.
The Business Transition Summit is an opportunity for you to educate yourself, empower your business, and execute relentlessly on your exit strategy. Have you heard this stat before? 83% of business owners fail to successfully transition their business. That means that only 17% ever reach their dream exit from their business. Business owners, we don't want that to be you. We want you at the Business Transition Summit to kickstart or continue your dream exit journey. Join us for an unforgettable experience where industry titans, successful entrepreneurs, and top experts converge to share their wisdom, strategies, and secrets to success on exit strategy. Block your whole day on May 7th, 2024. Get your tickets, transform your business and life forever. Visit businesstransitionsummit.com for more information.